What's up, guys? I would like to make this video because there's a lot of people out there wondering about these new generation wallets coming out, Ethos and Bread wallet primarily, and a lot of people are going back and forth, and there's a bunch of fanboys saying this and that about it. But let's just look at it from a business standpoint and from a data standpoint. Which one is not necessarily better, but which one is worth your investment? Well, I'll say this. I'll start with this. They're both good projects, and they both have lofty ideas. And if you're going to invest, I would say invest in both. Why not? You know. But let's see after this video. Let's see if what you think about it, what you think about everything that's going on, and the projects and themselves, and the people that are pushing these projects. Is these current market capitalizations simply, fanboys, or is it actually sustained by something more than just hype? So we'll begin with Bread versus Ethos, and I just say Bread versus Ethos because essentially they both have similar ideas. Okay, so let's begin with this. We'll begin by just going a basic overview of Ethos, right? So Ethos has been in the market since July of earlier this year, July 18th of earlier this year. Its current market cap is 192 million US dollars, right? So right now the price is 2.5 USD. They were formerly known as Bitcoins, and then they rebranded, and that shot the price up for whatever reason. On top of that, there's also a very popular YouTube personality that's been pushing it, and you'll know him as Superman, the guy that has a Udemy course. So, and I'll explain because this guy, we'll just do this. This is basically what's been going back and forth. The Embellina and Superman are the top two guys, right, when it comes to ICOs and cryptocurrencies and everything like that. So one is a Ethos fanboy, and the other one, obviously, he's into Bread, right? So, and I say fanboy because he's always preaching about it, but hey, it's a good project. You can't blame the guy, and he's come through on other projects. Like these guys have made us some pretty good gains, so it's kind of hard. But this is for the basic individual that doesn't necessarily understand. Not necessarily, the adept, I guess, the intermediary that doesn't necessarily care too much about fanboyism and is actually looking into seeing which one's better than the other, or which one they want to do a 60-40 split, whichever way you want to do it. So let's get to it. Let's begin with the similarities. So as you can see here, the market cap for Ethos is about 189 million US dollars. Okay, so and then we have Bread at 113 million US dollars, and I believe Bread, let me see the price at the moment. Yeah, Bread. Okay, so it's a $1.91 at the moment, and the ICO just dropped maybe like 3 days ago on the 24th. So that to tell you, there's several reasons. Okay, so yes, Ethos has been on the market longer. But it was formerly known as Bitcoins, and it was a developing project. So right now, I would say they're in equal standings as far as development, not necessarily development. That's a lie. As far as notoriety, I would say. I think the main reason is because the total token supply is a lot smaller than Ethos. I think Ethos is about 222 million. 222 million tokens. Yeah, so we have a total supply here of 88, and we have a total market cap of 113, right? So between market cap, it's not that far off, but again, you have to understand that this only dropped like 3 days ago, so we still have a few months to go. And people are gonna start seeing the value between both of these, and they're gonna start looking more and more into it. You're gonna see more and more reviews, right? So let's see. They're both decentralized. Yes, they're both decentralized. They're both taking on the wallets. Now, the feeling that I get from Ethos, from doing the research that I've done so far on Ethos, is that Ethos is competing against wallets while Bread is competing against banking. Okay, so that's a huge difference. Yes, Bread has its own wallet right now. It has a prototype, and I'll get into that. So Bread does have a prototype. Does Ethos have a prototype? No, but they're set to, I believe they're set to launch in the first quarter of 2018. Um, I'm not sure though. That's what I read, but I can't confirm it because so far the several sources that I've picked up, it's a little unclear. But I think it's quarter one. So quarter one is going to be huge for a lot of projects, mind you guys. So team, of course you guys have to look at the team every time that you go into a project, any project. So let's go into the team, and I've read their LinkedIn so far and everything, and they have pretty solid teams. Both of them have pretty solid teams, people with high experience. The only thing that people would get put off by is that this guy's 19, and I think he's still going to school and everything. But then again, guys, like college and Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, there's a lot of people his age. Don't give him crap for about his age, because you never know. But then again, it is a liability because there is lack of experience dealing with a multi-million-dollar business. So at the end of the day, that's where you go. But this is where this guy kind of steps up. I mean, and I'm not gonna read this to you. I mean, you should do your own research, and you should look at the team and everything. From what I can tell, the teams are almost evenly matched. I would say almost. The thing I like about Ethos is that it's very little guy versus the big guy kind of feeling going on to it, and it's very aesthetic. It's very Facebookish, very very new, very Google-ish kind of vibe going on to it. So I really like that, because everything, these are the future. So we were potentially looking at the next big thing in cryptocurrency. And when I say the next big thing, let's just look at the market. So let's see this. So there's about 583 billion right now in total market capitalization. 93, yeah, 593. It just literally changed within a few freaking minutes. That's ridiculous. Okay, so by next year we should be in the $1 trillion market cap. So both of these projects are huge because they're solving an issue that everybody has. All these people, all this money has the same issue, okay? And both of these projects are trying to solve that same issue. So are they going to be? Hell yes, they're going to be huge. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, if you already know, they are going to be huge. No matter which one you're on the fence about, no matter which one you're fanboying or whatever, both of those projects are going to be pretty huge. At the end of the day, Microsoft versus Apple, there's plenty for everybody at the end of the day. So the team is okay, but I'm gonna have to give, it's up to you guys, it's completely subjective, but I'm gonna have to give the team to Bread, because Bread has already established track record. The people in Bread have already built up and sold companies before. They've already dealt with scaling. They've already dealt with all these things. Yes, Ethos, the CTO, which is this guy right here. Let me see. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, whatever this young dude lacks, all these guys pretty much make up for. So the team is strong. I'm not saying it's not strong. It's a good team. However, if I'm gonna give a team to somebody, I'm definitely gonna give it to Bread, because they have a longer track record and they have a bigger team. But it's not that huge of a difference, guys. This is definitely, like as Ian Blaine says, this guy's definitely an all-star. He has started up and sold. They all have their degrees. Everybody's set. Not that really matters anymore, to be honest. But if team is a big issue, I would definitely have to. If team is a thing for you, has a point, I'm definitely gonna have to give that point to Bread. Okay, so I mean, but don't take my word for it. Again, that's why I'm telling you to go and research. Like my analogy, my assessment could be different from yours and what you consider to be valuable. So I'm just coming from a business standpoint. Me myself, I have multiple businesses. I diversify my incomes and stuff, and I'm not the smartest individual in the world, but I think I do pretty well with myself with my with my dealings. So As far as legality, Ethos has signed a deal, I think, with a law firm or something like that. So that's a huge deal. I think this is what gave it a huge bump. Okay, so Ethos is on their game as far as legality goes. Okay, and that's huge. That's huge. Okay, because if you want to get into the United States, if you want to get into Japan, if you want to get into all these countries, you need a legal team. You know, you want to make sure that you're compliant. You want to make sure that everything's cool, and you know. But let me give you a little more on. Okay, so let me just finish with this one, and then I'll compare their own thing. So, um, yes, legal partnership. So does Bread have its own? No, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter, and I'll tell you why. Because Bread has non-custodial is non-custodial. So that means that you hold your own currency. So they don't have to be compliant with anything because you hold your own currency. They don't hold it. You hold it. You hold your keys. Everything belongs to you. So in a way, that's highly beneficial. Highly beneficial. Now I was trying to do some research on Ethos and see if they do that. I couldn't find it. I mean, if you guys see anything like that, please write it down in the description, and I'll probably put it as an update or something. But I could not find it. I could not find any information that had to do with that. And trust me, I was here for 6 hours trying to find this damn thing, and I couldn't. So I mean, if you succeed where I failed in that aspect, please be an awesome person and post it on the description here, or on the comments, and I'll be sure to update it. So let me see. Not the team. Let me go to this one. So let's do a little bit, a little overview about Ethos. You guys should already know this, but for those that you don't, they're both wallets. Yes. So the universal wallet, that's definitely a big deal. So you're not gonna have 20 wallets for 20 different currencies. This is definitely going to be a multi-currency wallet. It's ERC20. So basically all the Ethereum tokens and everything like that, you're able to put them there. Yes, security managed, don't leave your assets on risk and exchange. Our secure wallet, state-of-the-art digital security and cold storage. So it does have cold storage. This whole thing, I'm not sure exactly. I try to figure this out a little more, but it is what it is. Deposit, withdraw, send, or exchange any of your assets instantly with maximum liquidity, powered by Ethos Liquidity Network. Okay, so whatever that means to you. So again, mobile first ready, manage, monitor your coins on the move. Plus, Ethos is free to send to any phone number, email, or Ethos ID. That's pretty awesome. Okay, this is pretty awesome. You can actually send to any Ethos ID number or email, so you won't have to type in that huge, alphanumeric, ID or whatever. You have to worry about it. So that's actually simplification of transfers is a huge deal, guys. Okay, one-click diversification. I thought this was kind of interesting. So basically, you have funds and you instantly diversify them. I guess in your favorite projects, we'll have to see more. We'll have to read more into this. See what they say. People powered, of course, yes, the whole sentiment, and again, they are better. This wallet is definitely better than anything else out there at the moment, with the exception of Bread, because we're doing a comparison. So Ethos by itself as a wallet is definitely gonna be better than any of these. Okay, so what else? Oh, there you go. Tax-friendly reports. That's a big deal. If you're in the United States, this is a big deal because I mean you are gonna have to pay taxes, and well, if you pay taxes. This is definitely pretty great feature. Okay, so dynamic predictions and ratings. They did an AMA about, well, not an AMA, an interview about this, and if you want to learn more about it, but I think that's pretty cool too. Insta coin basket, large cap, identity privacy, instant diversification, one click away, blah blah. Okay, so no fees, no hidden costs. So that's pretty great. That's pretty great. Portfolio performance dashboard. Everybody loves an awesome UI. Everybody loves the intuitive UI. So these guys, we don't see anything, but they, everybody keeps saying that it's gonna be great. But I mean, until you show the proof, you can't really say that. For newbies, the next word, intuitive UI and fun. Okay, yeah. So I think that their UI is definitely gonna be one of the best ones because again, look at the team. They're a young team. Everybody's all, creativity comes from those teams usually, and the easier it is, the more intuitive it is, the more mass adoption it's likely to have. Okay, So as a whole, you know, Ethos is a great project. So now let's take a brief overview of Bread. So they just had their ICO sale and it dropped 3 days ago, so December 24th. Now they already have a wallet. It's not an ERC20 yet, but Q1 of 2018, it's going to have a ERC20 token. So it is going to be a multiple currency wallet, if you didn't know. So again, they're both going to be multiple currency. Sorry guys, I'm in California and I don't know if you know, but all these fires, you know, around, and the fire departments have been crazy. So yeah, every 5 minutes one of those passes. Anyway, so let me give you a few pros of Bread. So it already has over 120 countries. Okay, it already has $4 billion protected by Bread worldwide. So it's already a developed and finished, not necessarily finished product, but it's already has a prototype. It already has a wallet. You can actually download it right now for Bitcoin. And again, you know, wait till Q1 2018, you'll be able to put all your other currencies. Fastest growing Bitcoin wallet, and yes, it is the fastest growing, because again, they just changed their UI as well. Also, their security is phenomenal, because you can actually before they didn't go on Android, but because of I don't know if you guys are they didn't think Android was secure, but they were able to put their security in that, I guess, that encrypted chip where you get your scanning information. I don't know what you call it, but for your fingerprint. So they were able to do that, and you can actually access and open this with your fingerprint. So that's actually pretty cool. So now their security is tight. Their security is second to none. Okay, so I would definitely do there's another one. I would definitely read more into about their security. So both of them have really good security. So again, these are some of the things that, okay, direct deposit, dude, that's huge. So you can actually direct deposit your check into your I guess Bread account or whatever. So it's basically, this is what I mean when they're competing against banks. So they want to compete against banks, not against other wallets, against banks. So that's a huge target, guys. That's a huge target. You'll be able to receive payments, purchase tokens right on the app. So yes, you won't even need an exchange. So pay music, food, blah blah blah, rent, card access to your assets. I think, yeah, you will have debit card access to your assets. So I think they are going to I think they are going to release a debit card, so you'll be able to pay with your debit card as well. So that's pretty huge, guys. That is pretty huge. I'm not sure. I think Ethos has it too, but I didn't really find any information on that. Let me do real quick. I think that's one of the things that I forgot. Card. Let me see it. Let's figure it out and see if they have it real quick. Well, it doesn't come up on the top, but I mean, I would definitely. I'm sorry, guys. That's one I think I totally missed, but you guys can, you know, do that on your own and go ahead and see if that. So I don't think so, because I haven't read anything that, like, I haven't read anything about that, the whole debit card thing. But again, Bread has that. So yeah, lock away your crypto tokens, no fees, no limits, and that's pretty cool. That's something that Coinbase has. I think they have the Volt or something like that, and that's pretty good. So send, transfer, anyone, anytime. Again, same thing. You trade. This is pretty cool. You can actually trade tokens, cryptocurrencies, your digital assets, all in one place. That's pretty awesome. And you have peer-to-peer lending, crypto escrow, portfolio management. Guys, this is pretty awesome. Okay, again, this is something that I don't think Ethos has this, guys. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Ethos has this. So again, this is the benefit from them actually not competing against wallets, but competing against banks. Okay, so yes, you can buy, sell digital assets, track your performance and earn, yeah, blah blah blah. You guys can watch this video on your own time. And yeah, so good team, good project. Let's wait for Q1 and let's see what happens. So let's say, yes, both are ERC20. So let's say roadmap. Ethos does not have a roadmap as of yet. This is why I kind of got turned off a little bit by it, because it's how could it, I mean, how could it be so high? Just because I think Superman is hyping the shit out of this project, and it's not a bad project, not at all a bad project, but it's just like, you know, the IPOs of the .com bubble. You just printed out a blue paper and an idea, and you just ran with it, and you gave promises, and it was highly overvalued, and at the end of the day they couldn't deliver. I don't think that's going to be the case with this, but as an investor, as a businessman, that's something that I'm completely turned off about. Is no, I just know that in quarter one I think they're going to release their wallet. I'm not exactly sure, but again, bread. So bread, this is the difference, guys. This makes a huge difference. Okay, so Ethereum quarter one, ERC20, token portfolio management, all quarter one, quarter two, yeah, quarter two. Portfolio management, additional buy and sell services, Canada, US, Canada, and Japan, Eurozone. Okay, so decentralized asset exchange coming quarter three, direct deposit coming quarter three. Okay, so it tells you when to expect all these things, and as things drop from this to this to this to this to this, by the end of 2018, bread is going to be a juggernaut in the financial industry regarding cryptos, and because it's taking on the banks. Again, it's taking on the banks. Well, they both are taking on the banks, but bread is giving it a more direct approach, having all these things, and I doubt that Ethos is going to fall behind or anything like that. I know that that app is going to that platform is going to grow. Maybe they're going to have similar things. You know, they have a creative team, so hopefully everything goes well in there. But we, you know, once they release their roadmap, we'll have a better clarity and everything like that. But I'll give you my main points in a minute. So then you have bill pay and savings at the end of 2018, open payment platform. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So this is basically going to, Bread Wallet has the potential to take over pretty much the financial industry, because you'll be able to direct deposit your fiat into your account and then buy your tokens with it or spend your money from it. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Again, I mean, this is all information that has to be, you know, it has to come out and it has to be more clarified, and you have to do your own research, because, you know, we take it one step at a time at the end of the day. You know, you never know what's going to happen. So ERC20, that's our short-term goals. ERC20, as soon as that hits, it's going to value. Right now it's at $2, 191. Yeah, dude, this is cheap compared to come January, February. Come February, I would say we're gonna see a huge change in this price, especially after the ERC20 launch. You know, so let's say project. What else? So okay, I'm gonna give it to you like this. We have these guys right here, right? Ian Bellina and Superman. Superman, I couldn't find the video of Superman comparing Ethos to Bread, but he's saying that Ethos was way better and this and that. But it was just his opinion. He didn't prove. He didn't. I mean, I put more information up here than he did. Okay, and this guy's a professional. So I don't worship people. You know, I don't worship, like, I listen to these guys, but I don't worship them. They're just tools to my portfolio. So I need information, and I hope that you do too. You know, you actually make your decisions based on information and not just words. And yes, their words have power, because every time they talk about a token or a cryptocurrency, it spikes. You know, because again, everybody looks to them. And other YouTubers. Crypto Lark is pretty heavy on Ethos. I know he really likes them, and every time they talk about it, of course it puts more value in the token, right? So, but at the end of the day, right now we're at a rise, right? And once it kind of like levels out a little bit, we're going to see the true value of all these cryptocurrencies. So ultimately, like projects like Cardano is going to be 2018 is going to be pretty big for Cardano. So the end of 2018 from 2020 is going to be huge for Cardano. But right now, because they're still developing, they're only around 50 cents. You know, they're less than 50 cents, 41 cents. But that's definitely, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I think that's the future of cryptocurrency. So, but that's just my opinion. But because when you look at the project, everything behind it is solid. just like just like bread, or well, yeah, just like bread, because bread actually has information that you can look and actually has a working prototype. Ethos is great, but again, we're a little caught up on information. We don't really have that much information out there, but it's still I don't think it's overvalued. Ultimately, it's going to be worth more than that, maybe even triple digits. But as of now, I think people are mainly holding it because of Superman, right? So now let's do a little thing here. I mean, who is Superman? Who is Ian Bellino? Let's just do a little overview for you guys, okay? So actually, I found the video of Ian
Well, I can see why
talking
be possible.
about. Check this out. Let's watch
Breathing
this video.
if they execute right and they with some killer partnerships, in my opinion, right? Ethos. I mean, this is being pumped by Super. I think I look at the website and okay, I don't know. I'm not trying to start a war with Super, right? But he said Ethos is gonna crush Bread. I mean, hell no. There's no way that is happening. I mean, Bread is the real deal. Bread has a proven team, venture backed with all stars. Somebody who already saw this last company, right? An all-star team.
Okay, yeah, basically it starts talking about that. But I tend to believe this guy because let me give you a little background on these guys, okay? Just so you can, these are both well established, leaders in the cryptocurrency space. But let's see this, okay? So this is he's teaching at Udemy. He's a CEO of Fruit Inc. and it started, I think, at 2014. I think it's app development or something like that. I'm not sure. And then see more positions. He started at Stanford University. I think he got what's it called? Certificate Technology Entrepreneurship. So basically, everything is revolving around his crypto. Okay, and not to downplay the guy. These are pretty impressive qualifications, and everything like that. But at the end of the day, when people need I don't mean to like rush it. I mean teaching 1 to 2 years. He's a teacher, teacher on Udemy. Let me see, YouTube subscribers, blah blah blah. Yeah. So anyway, but when you look at Ian Bellina, okay, this guy used to work at IBM. Um, at the end of the day, when ICOs need an advisor on token metrics, he created token metrics, so he's a pioneer in that. So he's an advisor on Nucleus Vision. That's a really good project coming out. He's an advisor for Go Network, cryptocurrency advisor. He has his own like business, entrepreneur. Let's see, Petro Network. That's another one. But let's go to this one. He's actually, I think he founder of Pure Hustle. That's a pretty interesting app. Education of master of science, computer engineering, and then I know he worked at IBM. He just quit his IBM job. I think he had to. He dealt with analytics. I think data analytics. He pretty much and then he pretty much presented the overly complicated stuff, technical, and he explained it to non-technical minds. I guess that was his job or something like that. So at the end of the day, when you look at these guys and you look at their background, I'm definitely not anything against Superman, because I love the guy too. He's made me a lot of money. Ian Bellina is definitely knows what he's talking about. If I just had to go by experience and you know and information and data, just the same that he does, is don't get emotional about these ethos or bread. Just go by data, guys. Go by the data. I definitely have to give it to Ambelina. So again, I'm investing in both, but I'm definitely keeping my 60% in bread wallet. Simply not only because of Ian, but because of what I've seen. Now that may change with information that's coming out. Again, you have to constantly adapt your portfolio to new and upcoming information. But I think Ethos is a great project. But I think at this moment, Bread is definitely gonna take it, because they have a prototype, because they have venture capital behind them, because the team is good. I guess the subjective. It's non-custodial. Okay, so that's pretty huge. Customers hold their own money. There's a few other, I think, advantages, but at the end of the day, they're both good projects, and it's really up to you guys to research and figure out what works best for you. Now, yeah, so that's basically all I wanted to tell you guys. Make sure you invest responsibly. And again, it's not Ethos versus Bread Wallet. It's they're both good projects. So I think that's all I wanted to say, and I guess I'll see you on the next one.